Good morning, guys. Look what I'm doing. It's that time. I'm at least 6 weeks out, 4 to 6 weeks out from my last frost date. They say it could be like May 15th, but the way our winter and spring is, it could be sooner. So this is the end of March, and I am starting my summer seeds. I've got some zinnias. I have my morning glories. I have something new, which is called Silene Vulgaris, or bladder campion. That's the common name, is bladder campion maiden tears. And this is from Wendy up in Maryland. She also created this card for me, which is absolutely gorgeous. And my granddaughter was with me over the weekend, and it looked, like Aria said, it looked just like her and her pet rabbit, Snoop Bun. Anyhow, thank you, Wendy. So I don't know much about it, and I did some reading about it. You can start it early, like I'm going to, 4 to 6 weeks out. It gets about 12 inches tall. It likes full sun to part sun, well-drained area. It's good for the front of the border. It stays about 12 inches tall. The blooms are very airy, and you'll see the picture that I have, but it's very good for a filler if you like bouquets. They put them sometimes in wedding bouquets, but this will be new to me. It can reseed itself. I'm just going to plant a pack of 6 and see how they do. In some areas they can come back. I think what I read was zones. I know what I read was like 4 to 7, perennial and 7 and above. So let's try those today. But first, let's get started. Oh, also what I've done with my morning glories, you'll see they're in water. The morning glories shells can be very hard. So these have been soaking for about 24 hours, and it just softens the outer coat. If you can get them cut, I did get one of these cut, and you can see what happens. You can get a little tail. Oh, let me drain them out. And these morning glories get about 14 feet tall, and I love my morning glories just because they create such a beautiful screen on my pergola and on the compost pile. But you have to let them soak at least 6 hours to 24. These are 24 hours before you plant them. So I've done that, and I've gone ahead, and I'll show those when I get over here. But let's go over and I'll show you how I start my potting mix. It's just a whatever potting mix you want. This was seed starting mix. Okay, not your actual grow mix. It's a seed starting potting mix. It's more lofty. That allows those roots to really grow through low compacted soil. So I've just added enough water to make it create, just so that it can create a ball, not water running out of it. And so you can tell, you just have to keep mixing it until you can create that little hard ball. So this little 6-pack will be with the Silene Vulgaris from Wendy. And I'm doing 6 of my morning glories to put down by the pergola and the compost pile. I just love, I love how the foliage takes over. It's never been for the flowers of my morning glories. It's more about softening those edges. When you pack these packs, your cell packs, give them a little tap. And then if there's a little bit that you need to add it. You don't want to like shove it in there, but you want to just tap it.
So not fully compacted.
No, you don't want to push it in there. You just want it to like tap it, and there you have it. All right, so let's go over here and we'll get these things seeded. I've already gone ahead with my zinnias. The other thing I've done too, and you want to do that, is make sure you've marked, if you have more than one variety of like zinnias that I have today. I have the zinnia liliputs that get 16 to 18 inches, and that's this tray here. And I grew those last year, and I loved how they made like a hedge in the front of the border. So I'm doing those again, and they bloom all summer long into the fall. These right here are your zinnia pinwheels, which I've never grown these. These get to go to Barb. Barb did me a huge favor this year when it came to Lisa's landscaping. What a design she did for her, and you guys are going to see that once we start moving on that. But I'm planting these for her, and I hope I haven't jinxed them, But there seems to be enough in here. If I don't get good germination rate, I can replant them for her. But these will get only 12 inches tall. And you plant them just a 1/4 inch deep. So I've made definitely markers that these are the pinwheels and these are the lily pads. And then this is the same potting mix. And I just go in with my little toothpick and create a little hole, 1/4 inch deep. And then I take the zinnia seed, which I've done all of these so far. These are 24 cell packs. And you can see how nice and big these seeds are. And I'll show you. These were a little tiny. While I'm doing this, let me just show you a comparison. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, you can see they're a little different in color, a little different in size. So I have plenty if we don't get as good of a germination rate that I like, because these, I want her to get as many as she can. Let me go ahead and get these in my cell pack. The lily puts, you just drop them right in there. And if you've been watching gardening shows, you know everybody's planting their seeds right now. Give them a little bit of soil over top, not too deep, because then I like to go back with mine. I like to go over top of mine with a little bit of my vermiculite. The vermiculite, when you put it over top of these, all it does is helps hold the moisture, and it also allows, you know, for easy eruption of your little seedling, particularly for anything that, like the little Silene Vulgaris, they are going to be sown directly on top of the soil. So we are over here. The vermiculite, what it does, it keeps the moisture into your cell pack. And when it comes to, for example, when we get over here to our Silene Vulgaris, I'm just going to surface sow those, and that makes it even a better surface once you put the vermiculite on top of that for them to grow through. But let's get my little morning glory seeds put in their little holes, just like that.
So,
what?
That's such a bigger seed.
I know, it's a huge seed. So we'll put those in there. Just like that. Cover that up just a little bit. Stick that in there. Those look like they're germinated. I'll put 2 right here just to see if that one that has a harder crust germinates. All right, do that. Cover up the little soil. And then I'm going to move these over. I will put vermiculite on top of those, but let's, okay, this is just going to be the Silene Vulgaris. And what I'm going to do, let's open these up. See what they look like. Okay, production manager there checking on me. I've got, let's see what these are going to be. Where are my seeds? Oh, those are tiny little boogers. Look at those.
I can't even see them.
I know. I'm going to try and get 2 per cell pack. Oh, I see them.
Those are.
Oh, these are tiny, tiny, tiny. How fun. Well, Wendy, this will be interesting if we can get, oh, there's one. I'm going to get them all out of here. Okay. All right, we're taking, okay, so I'm just going to spray a little moisture on those little seeds.
Those are small.
Those are tiny. This will be fun. So I'm really going to wet that soil down and now get my vermiculite on top of that, and then I'll moisten it. Wendy, we shall see. Just a little bit. Okay. And all these seeds say at least, 7 to 14 days. And I know some of them will germinate quicker.
What's in here?
Oh, these are my morning glories. Oh, I've got my tags. I better do that or I won't remember. These are the little Silene. Gosh, I hope those seeds. No, that's just dirt.
Can't tell if it's dirt or the
I
seed.
know. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and get everything else a little squirt. And then the only one of the seeds that I've started today that needs light to germinate are the Silene Vulgaris. And so they'll go under lights and a heat mat. But all of these go on a heat mat and a dome. They will have their own moisture dome. Well, this is going to have to be like this since it doesn't fit. And what I like about these trays, they have their own nice solid tray. Yeah, that once they get a little mature, I will not be watering any of these from the top. If they tend to dry out, they will only get watered from the top with a spray bottle until I see a little bit of growth. Once we see germination, the domes come off, the lights come on, and then you can start watering your plants half strength with a liquid fertilizer. And I use the powdered Miracle Grow. It calls for a tablespoon for a gallon, full strength, and I do a half a tablespoon per gallon until I see 3 or 4 leaves, and then I can go full strength. But for now, they're just going to get just moisture on top, heat mats till I see germination, then the domes come off. If you don't have a dome, use a little saran wrap. And then these, I tell you, these Silene Vulgaris, they will go on the lights and heat mat till germination because they like to be at least 70 degrees. So I'm going to take these downstairs and get them tucked in, and we'll hope they'll be germinated in 6 weeks, and I'll keep guys. Right. So we've got everything tucked in. The zinnias are on the heat mats and the morning glories, no lights, and little Silene Vulgaris. Let's see if anything germinates is on the heat mat and the lights. So I'll keep a check on them and praying that it'll all work. Yeah, I had to block out the light from the geraniums, which are doing
Well, why don't
good.
you show him your work?
No.
Her sister bought her a paint by number to help her get through the winter.
Yeah, how can you be 69 and have never done a paint by number? You're looking at her.
Yeah. And you probably won't do one again, will you?
No, it's not my gig.
It's not her gig.
So anyhow, but I'm using little midge to block the extra light. You know, I really want things to work. Looks like there's not getting too much reflected light.
We can get some more cardboard and stick in there.
You know, am I overthinking things, guys?
Who knows?
Anyhow, I did mention though, once we see germination, the lids come off, and then these lights will come on, and we'll keep them on 14 to 16 hours. And I'll check that to be certain that that's the amount of time we'll keep on our lights. So we've got a timer for that. The heat mats will come off once we see first green signs of germination, and then they're going to grow, and hopefully in 4 to 6 weeks.
No, wait, back up.
What?
See, the heat mats will come off.
The heat mats get turned off as soon as you see green things.
Yeah, you don't want to burn up.
No, you don't want to burn up their little roots.
Yeah.
Then the lights come on, and then we get ready to, get them outside, but we got to harden them off for a few days prior to planting them in the ground. So, by the 15th of May.
Well, you're just excited as hell, aren't you? Huh?
Yeah.
A little bit of sunshine and she goes
bit of
nuts.
sunshine, yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
Absolutely.
I got to get outside. I got to plant something.
Gardening people are all that way. So anyhow, that's what we did today. So fingers crossed, and I'll keep you posted. So thanks for watching Gardening on the West Fork inside. Excited for spring to get here. See you guys. Bye. So here we are 4 days later. And this morning I took the domes off. The heat mats are off. And we have germination almost 100% with the pinwheel zinnias. And then down here, the liliputs, 100% with the liliputs. So exciting. And with my morning glories, 100%. Look at that. 4 days, nothing happening with the Silene Vulgaris yet, but I'll keep you posted on that. Also, I want to remind you that we do not start using any fertilizer until we see the true leaves. These are the cotyledons. And so we have to see the next set of leaves once those emerge. I didn't give you good information there, but once you see a second set of leaves, then you can start watering these from the bottom, half strength, with your fertilizer. So you pour that in your tray and do it. I also have a fan going down here, oscillating fan, and you can see it keeps the leaves blowing around, gives them a lot of strength. Those are the geraniums. Yeah, they're all doing just super duper. Anyhow, that's the update on the seedlings 4 days later. And we've got good germination. And wait till you see a second leaf before you start the dilute fertilizer. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you posted on the Silene Vulgaris.